In the UK, there's many different types of accents, and in the US, there's many different types of accents as well. But what accent works best when it comes to your conversion rate of your videos? Hey, how you doing? It's Tom Breeze here from the Video Lab, sponsored by Viewability. And in this video, I want to talk about accents of your videos. Now, when we talk about accents of videos, we really mean the voice, obviously, of either the presenter, or if you have a voiceover or an animated video, for example, what sort of accent should you be using to get the highest conversion rate? And of course, my opinion from the first standpoint, my hypothesis, I suppose, was to say, well, if you're advertising in the UK, give the viewer a UK audience, UK accent, because that will kind of connect with the viewer, is more likely to connect with the viewer. And likewise, if you're advertising in the US, give them an accent of the US accent, because that will connect with them as well. It's more like them. And that's kind of what made sense in my mind. Maybe it would do for you as well. But we've got some data that says otherwise. Now, let me just kind of quickly explain where we got this data from and how we've derived some of these conclusions we're giving you, because I can't say just yet this is the absolute proof and which accent works best, for example. I can't say this accent from this particular town works best, for example. But what I can do is give you my data that I've got already that can kind of maybe give you some insight into what sort of accent you might like to test and try in your business. So where we've got this data from, we have been looking at just 3 clients. They all have over 15 campaigns running at each, so 15 different videos running each. And these videos have been tested with exactly the same script, exactly the same look at the video, but it's like an animated video, and it's saying, right, what works best, a UK accent saying those words out loud or a US accent? And they're both professional voiceovers, so they're both for kind of very high quality. So there's no problem with audio quality, for example, or anything like that. But I wouldn't say that we've got kind of millions of kind of videos that we've been testing. It's a smaller chunk of videos that we've been looking at, around about 45 or so, and just looking at the comparison between US versus UK and advertising in the US and the UK. So you almost have got 4 tests, like a UK to the UK and the US to the UK, and the other way around as well. I'm sure you kind of get what I'm talking about. If not, I'll explain a bit more now. But here's the early data. Okay, if you're advertising to the UK, it is best to use, drumroll, a UK accent. Okay, you're better off using a UK accent, you get a better conversion rate. But if you're advertising to the US, what do you think is better? US accent or a UK accent? Well, our studies show so far, and this is not going to come to the final result just yet, but our results show so far that it's better to advertise with a UK accent to the US audience. Interesting, huh? Well, I thought so. I thought it was really interesting. So, we've got many American clients, and if you are an American business and you've got a video out there that's animated, or if you've got presenters or whatever it is that you're using for your videos, have you tried a UK accent just yet? If not, try it, because the difference is quite profound. The actual difference was 39.11% increase in conversion rates if you are using a UK accent to a US audience versus a US accent to a US audience. 39.11% difference. So it's quite a big difference. As I say, it's across 3 different industries, and it's not kind of like, so we haven't kind of covered everywhere, and it's 3 different clients. So it's not like we've kind of had huge amounts of data to work at just yet, but enough for it to be very interesting, enough for me to report on it. Okay, so I thought that was really interesting, and lo and behold, we're doing more and more tests for clients now, trying different accents all the time, just to see what works best for different audiences. And again, we've only tried the UK and the US. We've only kept the accents to kind of a small accent, so maybe different regional accents might perform better as well. But yeah, I thought that was really interesting. I'd love to hear what you have to say, why you think that might be the case, your comments, your questions as well. And of course, if you enjoy these types of videos and these tips and this stuff that you can use in your videos as well, you know what to do next.